Good morning guys, it's Friday and that means one thing, it's Flexibility Friday. Let me come a bit closer. Today, what I want to talk to you about is our shoulders and more importantly, this. It's our rounded shoulders because we are all becoming like this. And it's not our fault, well it is our fault, but it's to do with the society and technology and the way we are living our lives nowadays because everything is in front of us. And we're sat at our desks, we're on our phones, we are eating like this, we sat down more, and then our head comes down and our chest comes down, okay? And as this does, what that does, it actually pulls this around like so. So what actually happens here is the muscles in the front of our body become tight. They become really short and it pulls this forward. And the muscles in the back become long and they become taut. So they feel tight, but they're actually just stretched to their maximum ability. So what I want to do today is I want to look at the shortening of the muscles because this is Flexibility Friday. So we're going to start looking at just two muscles today. We're going to be looking at the subscapularis, which is part of the rotator cuff muscles inside the shoulder. And it does this. It brings our shoulder forwards. So if that's the muscle that does this, that's going to be short. So we need to do it in the opposite way. So we need to find a way of actually stretching out that muscle that brings our arm across our body. And we do that by bringing our arm out this way. And what we're going to do, all we're going to use, let me just turn this around to there. We're going to use a doorway. So let me just take this up a little bit. So we're going to use a doorway. You can use a pole, you can use a tree, you can use whatever you really need, whatever you can get your arm onto. And the first part of the exercise is we're going to actually take our hand behind our elbow. So we're going to rotate backwards. So if I come this way, we're going to come out this way. So you can see I'm pulling back on it and I'm feeling that already in my shoulder joint. Secondly, I'm going to hook my elbow into the bar here. So I'm pulling back with my hand as far as I can. I can feel it down here, I can feel it up in the top of the shoulder joint. And I'm going to turn my chest this way. Keeping this contracted in, pushing against there, pulling back on my arm, so my hand's off the bar. I'm going to lift my chest up and I'm going to turn it away. And I'm going to keep pushing my hand behind me. I'm going to hold that stretch. And I'm going to relax it. I want to hold that stretch for around about 30 to 45 seconds. So let's just go through that again. Elbow gets fixated behind the door frame. The hand pulling it backwards behind my head. And then I'm going to turn my body, lift my chest up, and my focus is pushing my hand back still. And try and relax. I'm not holding my breath while I'm doing that stretch and relaxing it off. So that's the subscapularis, part of the rotator cuff muscle. Remember, if the muscle rotates it inwards, we need to stretch it outwards to make it longer, to make it more supple. And what that does, it actually frees up this joint. Because when we're in this plane of motion, this is the top part of my shoulder, this is the arm that connects into it. If it's rotating forwards, this comes forward, it pulls it forward, my head drops down. And you can see I haven't got the range of motion that I should have in this shoulder joint. So if my chest's back and my shoulders are back, because if these are looser, I can actually reach my hand up behind my head, reach it back here, because it's opening up the socket. The socket is realigned. So that subscapularis, the second one we're going to do is part of the pecs, but it's the smaller pec muscle which runs from here, coming down across my body here, and it attaches to my ribs here. Okay, so yeah, again, that muscle brings my arm across my body, which therefore is going to internally rotate my shoulders. So we need to do something different. We need to pull it backwards. We need to externally rotate the shoulders. So we're going to do exactly the same again. We're going to use this bar. But this time I'm going to fixate my shoulder, this part where you can feel it goes inwards, that's where the muscles are coming up. Itchy nose, comes into here. So I push my shoulder into that. I'm going to lift my arm up in the air. So I'm going to lean into it and I'm going to turn my body. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to slide my arm up the pole and then relax it off. So let me come down a little bit lower. So I'm going to come into here. I'm going to push my shoulder into there while my arm's in. So it's really pushing on that muscle. And then I'm going to slide it up. And I'm still turning my body into that stretch. To come down, pushing it in. Find that nook. That's it. And then I'm going to slide my arm all the way up. So there. And guys, this is a really, really important thing to do. Let me come back down here. It's a really important thing to do. Stretching out these muscles here is going to give you freedom in your shoulder joint. It's going to give you more mobility. It's going to stop you from this. And look at all the other problems this causes there, and then it just transitions down. My head comes down. I get tightness in here, tautness in the back here. I get headaches, all from doing these simple movements. So this is all about the shoulder. I'm going to continue. I may continue with some more shoulder stuff next week. I'm going to get a theme where we can concentrate on each body part as we go. So I hope you like this, guys. If you've got any comments, stick them down below. If not, just get cracking. Have a go at them. Practice, practice, practice. And we will see you on the next one. Have a good day, guys. Bye.